What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime. This is Blazer King with King's Critiques, and we're here for Dress Up during our favorite rom-com of the season and of all time. I've even given up another rom-com or two to be able to watch this because I was going to be watching a couple of cuckoos. But listen, my anime list is packed. I have a bunch of shit I'm not even caught up to yet, and a bunch of stuff I'm caught up to and haven't even uploaded yet, so we'll get to those eventually, hopefully. But that being said, we're here with the best thing in the genre, going back to Best Girl to do her cross-dress cosplay, and she's going to look phenomenal in it, regardless. So, as always, here are the opening caveats for you. Number one, if you've been watching the show, which you should be, don't forget to stick around, hang out, have conversations with the comments, and, whether it be myself or other people, because that's always highly encouraged. As is, don't forget, if you're not going to have conversations, at least let the video run through, hit the like button, subscribe, and all that good stuff, because it's all good for the algorithm and does help me out a lot, and it's free. Really weird for doll-like / real animation for this bit. The look on her face, it's like, you guys do that many dolls a day? Yeah. And Gojo's job is to do one doll a day, so at least there's that. And her saying they thought she thought they did 10 a day. Man, that's funny to the professionals. Hey, listen, you're working with a professional on many levels. Yeah, she wasn't, but that's how it came. Speaking up. Meanwhile, Gramps is saying all this, and Gojo's like, yeah, because I totally don't take 90% of it on my own head anyway, because I think I need to. Meanwhile, Marin just eavesdropping on them talking about Gramps offering to help Gojo with stuff because of the cultural festival. And Gramps like, it's fine, I'm fine. If I don't get active, I'll break my back even worse, And this time I'm pausing just because that's a cute expression. Also, pausing because rice is delicious. I wish I had a proper rice cooker. That is a little microwave thing I haven't used in forever. I should test it to see if it can actually be of any use. Because minute rice cups, those just do not taste good. Like when you put enough sauce on it maybe, but in general, yes, because you are a good girlfriend. Even though you're not actually yet, but why not? The expression of non-expression. Why does he look so upset? Hello? Is it because he feels bad? It's probably because he feels bad, right? Okay, and yeah, he feels bad, but he's also kind of proud of her. And he's doubting her cooking abilities. Then again, even when she simply made him some eggs in season 1, it wasn't the best, but still. I restate my statement there. I know restate isn't quite a word, but listen, I've only been properly awake for like half an hour. That's a lot of hot dogs. That's a lot of chicken. Like, even for an American meal, that is a lot. Meanwhile, her adorable self is back there like, what you thinking about? She is so endearing. He does not trust her at all with this. Which, like, yeah, I guess even if you have what is, in theory, the perfect girlfriend material, even she'll have some problems sometimes, and cooking might just be that weakness. And he is terrified at what might happen. Oh, good. It's just her first time doing such. Now, here's the thing. While it's expected to not go right, maybe, like, she's been practicing since the last time, since, since, like, what, episode 4 or 5, she was in love with him, so maybe she's been, like, trying harder. We can hope. Meanwhile, he'll be the good guy on the end, and, like, no matter how bad it is, he'll still eat it, because, like, again, by now this is a case where they both have feelings for each other, but he's a fucking moron, and she's gonna wait for him to say something, because, rom-com stereotypes. But, like, who knows, it might actually be good. All of the drama just for some food. As somebody that doesn't like spam, that doesn't sound good, but to somebody else, maybe. I mean, it looks like a giant piece of sushi, so that's kind of interesting, I guess. It really looks like she didn't even cut down the hold on. No, okay, did she just take one can of Spam, cut it in half, and then put it into two different sandwiches? And he's just surprised it's not fried rice. Hold on. First, can we just cover... She looks so proud of herself. Like, honestly, even if it tastes like shit, you gotta admire that level of being proud of yourself or something. And then the happy little jaunt he took in her direction. And one compliment actually kind of blew her back. Why are you sorry? What did I do? What did you do? Meanwhile, he means that in a bad way, but she's gonna think it's a good way, which... bonus points, I guess? I love the emphasis on the red from her context in images like this. Yeah, I knew she was going to overthink from that statement. Because he meant it in a bad way, but... yeah, that would be the kind of expression I would have expected from her. They actually inserted a clip from the manga. That's actually funny. No, I love the insert of the manga panels into the anime. When they do that shit, it's actually a good touch. Because you can, like, see the comparisons. Oh, right, plus also her freaking out in general about that, like usual. Okay, this is actually one of the most decent potentials for a thumbnail image because of how ambiguous it is so far. Because, like, she either could be upset because she's happy, or upset because she's not happy, or just, like, flustered, which is the current case. Like, it leaves you to wonder what her emotions are in this current state. So it does make for a good thumbnail image. Might I use it? Might I use something else? Still got, like, half the episode left, so we'll see. This is also not a bad scene, though, because it also leaves that air of mystery up to what's actually happening. Meanwhile, she goes chibi mode. Which, even chibi mode, she is incredibly adorable. As y'all can tell from the plushie I had in episode 1. Which, still back there, obviously. But hey, if y'all ever want it to be up close again. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, did he sense something wrong with it immediately? Well, there's probably a lot of rice in it. Well, I'm guessing he ate it without an issue, even if it was a little heavy. Don't just make those things over and over again. He will get sick of them. Oh, she did it in a different way this time. This time it looks kind of like sushi. Which, honestly, I would prefer more rice over than the meat myself, personally, so that's not so bad. The look of fear on his face by day 3. Oh, but those actually look really good, though. Like, I usually don't like skewered food, but that could actually be delicious. Because, like, listen, I've been to Chinese restaurants, you know, buffets and such, where they have, like, just chicken on a stick. It really is not that good. Like, anytime I've had it, it just is not as good. Now, fried chicken on a stick, that definitely has potential to be way better. Ooh. Okay. Ignore what those actually look like, though. They actually could be pretty good by how she's explaining them. His expression is, man, this could be good, but I'm actually getting so sick of it. Again, despite what they look like, they're probably really good. Okay, so I wonder what's going through his head right now. Is the thing going through his head that, like, he's eating too much protein and they should probably be cutting back a little bit? Or is his mind in that he feels bad for making her cook this much, even though she's doing of her own volition because she likes him? Or is it something a lot weirder, like the food hasn't been good? Because, like, while he'd put up with not appetizing food for a little while, he's grown enough balls where I think he'd, like, say something or offer to, you know, cook the night beforehand for them instead or something like that. Well, let's see. He can't really do that either because you've been bringing him all sorts of other proteins. You know, I just had a joke come to mind, but I feel like a lot of people today wouldn't understand that. And I'm going to just... I know that I talk only good things about this show, and, like, I've run into as little awkward topics as I can, but I will bring up again that this is how you refer to cross-dressing. You don't call them trans if they're not actually doing that. Like, even a Japanese high school in an anime understands that more than most people. That's the only bit I'm saying on that before I go too far, but like, dressing as the opposite gender is, cross dressing, drag, cosplay if it's a character. But like, doing it for funsies and then calling it, trans, well, to quote Rocky Horror Picture Show and Tim Curry, maybe a certain kind of trans, alright? Now we continue on, and for those of you that hate my opinion on that, apologies, but it do be factual. But that does not mean I'm going to diminish the right for anybody to do such. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, man. Like the, one episode with the new guy. He said he loves cosplaying as a girl, cross-dressing, all that stuff. Honestly, pog for him. A lot of people on the internet didn't like that episode, and honestly, I have some strong opinions on that kind of topic, but I'm not going to hate on the new guy for being that kind of character. Other people can. I'm not. Meanwhile, all of them were watching her work because they're like, does she know what she's writing down? Does she know what she's doing? Can we trust her? Because, like, there's queen level of you're the hottest, nicest / meanest girl in the school. And then there's your friends trusting you even though you're basically the queen to actually have any sort of competent thought. Because, like, from what I've seen, Noah and the rest of them do not trust her with much of anything. That was some reaction from Noah. That was Charlie Brown level. Like, she asked this question, and Noah just screams out like Charlie Brown. Or, well, a Charlie Brown character, maybe not specifically Charlie Brown. But, actually, weird to bring up during this, but like their entire conversation of this does kind of bring a question to mind, and I know there are anime like this that exist out there, so like, if anybody knows of a Yuri anime that actually has this plot similar to this, let me know, because, listen, it's basically the reverse of reverse of Orin High School Host Club. Kinda, sorta. But, like, instead of it's a girl who has to dress up like a guy and then a guy falling for her, albeit that guy didn't know originally that it was a girl, but regardless, it's kind of like the anime they're referring to, where it's a Yuri story between a girl dressing as a guy and another girl, and yeah. Because, like, that kind of thing honestly could be entertaining, and I'm here for it. I think at least one thing like that exists, girl discovers other girl who's cross-dressing as a guy. Pretty sure something like that does exist that's not H content. Yeah, you know all about that, don't you, bro? Meanwhile, he was talking to himself, overhearing their conversation, and they went chibi mode to judge him. Oh, no, she's actually proud of it. When did she get behind him? And low-key, that specific school uniform, and that flattering, but I guess that's the point, huh? I mean, she, in general, she's super cute, so I guess everything is flattering, but, like, slimming. Kind of like what Gojo's trying to do with the costume. Well, of course he watched all of it. Marin made him watch it, probably. Well, okay, not made him. He chose to watch it for the sake of the costume. But if he didn't, she probably would have made him. Uh-oh. Marin has an idea. I also very much take back that slimming statement from a few moments ago in this perspective. Oh god, what is she doing here? Is she trying to make a point? She's trying to make a point. Even the point she was trying to make, though, you cannot argue. She is her. Like, I hate those stupid modern day terms, but, like, in this case, I totally get it. She is her. His reaction, though, priceless. What, you won't get that she's trying to portray the character that you're making the costume for? I think the one girl's hyperventilating at seeing Marin do that. I wonder how much Marin has to like work up her ability to do anything to do this right now. Because trying to make any moves on him already kind of like pushes her over the edge. So like how much is this like bubbling at the top of the proverbial bottle for her? She's into her role right now, which is good that she can do that so well because she's going to run to the bathroom and collapse in a minute, I imagine. Meanwhile, her friend is just so down for it. Oh god, Noah's gonna help. God damn it, Noah. No, I do not blame him though. Like, I would be stressed between two cute girls as well. Like, even at a high school age where I had some modicum of a thought process. Yeah, no, I totally would have been stressed. Like, I had a time, like, in high school before I left that, like, I had a few cute girls, who decided to talk to me during lunchtime, and, like, as much as I wish I would have been smart enough to at least try, like, even maybe fall for their trap, because you know for a fact that was a trap. Like, I look the same now as I did back then, but with more of this going on regularly. So, like, three hot girls talking to me? Yeah, no, that was a trap. That was a bait and that was a trap. Like, for a fact. This, though? Yeah, I wish. Even if they're just playing out a scene. He's just freaking out because they're playing out the scene between them, and he's just kind of there suffering in success. Okay, this might actually be a better thumbnail image than just the other two options because the level of panic on his face right now. Like, they're playing a scene, and he does not know how to handle this at all. Meanwhile, that dude comes by and he's like, "What are you people doing?" Call out to Gojo. Meanwhile, he's like frozen in intimidation. It's like, great, I have two hot girls surrounding me, two more cheering in front of me, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Literal look of panic on his face. As soon as he's gone, she's going to collapse. And, wait for it. Honestly, it's taking longer for her to, like, break down from overexertion for what she just committed to. Like, I was waiting for her to just hands on face, steam pouring from her head. Okay, but like, in this case, it really is just taking a minute to admire, like, the artist doing what the artist does best. Like, it might seem like not a lot, but just the sparkle in the eye is that attention to detail. Please tell me she didn't try to do the costume herself and fuck it up. Oh no, she did. She looks guilty. Oh no, she did something. And she's not even going to admit to it before she leaves. Nope, she admits to it. He's gonna question, "What do you mean you'll fix it late?" And then look at it like, oh, god damn it. She tried, she kind of failed. I mean, granted, at least she didn't, like, puncture in the wrong place or something, so there's that. And that's the exact kind of reaction you give when your girlfriend fucks something up that you're working hard on. Just, aw, she messed up. But actually, her fucking up might have given him a thought process to make it better. So, again, success in failure. Because apparently people know how to do makeup and shit very well, because if that's supposed to be another situation of a girl cosplaying as a guy, good job, because that's very sick. But see, like, you doing that last time, means you can do it again. Because, well, yeah, last time you just used some bindings and that helped cover the Ijuna sisters' massive... you figured it out last time, you'll figure it out this time. Although I will ask one straight up degenerate opinion, ignoring the whole theoretical morality of things. Really though, who do you think is bigger, the little Ijuan sister or Marin? Because, like, as much as I love Marin, I think that little sister might have it. I could be wrong. But, like, I think that's the only time I will say that Marin might take a slight L. Might. Like, very, very difficult. We haven't seen her on screen in season 2 yet, so I can't necessarily say. So, like, for now, let's just say they're even and leave it at that. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, I repeat again, it's kind of difficult because she's barely on screen yet. So, did Marin already put the thing on and it's working, or is it a lot more awkward than that? Look at the reactions. Oh. Yeah, no, honestly, though. Because, like, they're her best friends. They know how she's stacked. So, oh, damn, that is magic. Bar from a fucking double D to a barely an A. So that could pass for a man's pecs. Okay, no, but, like, I'm gonna play out the animation and mute the scene just so even the steps won't be heard, but the swagger of her hip, like, boom, 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 boom. And everyone else is there just like, wow. Guys and girls alike. Even without the wig, it's immaculate. Yeah, it honestly is. Ah, and the compliments for the boyfriend. Bonus. Oh no. Gojo? What's wrong? What do you mean it's big? Damn, hold on. What? Like, you see it like this, and he tightens in a little more, and then all the girls are like, oh yeah, that's much better. But how could he tell that slight difference, though? Crazy. But at least something like that is not that bad. Like, wouldn't she just have to, like, have him adjust the jacket a little bit? The look on the blonde guy's face was literally basically my thought of, how the hell do you know? Yeah, okay, yeah. The, like, 3 cup size difference is what made a difference. You know, that little bit of conversation really does show the trust she has in him, though, is, I'll patch this up. Do you even have time? I will make it in time. Okay. Trust. Utter and complete trust. I really wish I had that from anybody in my life, frankly. Like, even the other guys are like, man, that'll be such a waste. It's like, I trust him. Yeah, that's gonna be kind of difficult to do, but, like, she is the queen of cosplay, so. Also, a very good point. He, like I said earlier in my little kind of soapboxy moment, but it wasn't really, he did nail it perfectly in everything. Comparing Amane to the one friend of theirs during the Halloween party, though, is crazy. A friend we made during last cosplay event we went to, he dressed up like a girl very well. Meanwhile, shows him off, and the girls are like, oh yeah, we get it. Even the guy looks impressed. What about that? And here's Marin like, but actually, that guy, yeah, no, expected. Okay, but, like, honestly, I will say for a moment, this guy's reaction is kind of like how I feel about the state of the world right now, and that does totally reflect back on the thing I said earlier. Because, like, listen, I'm just gonna take 2 seconds to say something involving that thing again. When it starts crossing over into dating apps, that's when it's too far. That's the only bet I'll say on that, but, like, that's too far. And, like, fuck that, fine, I'll continue on. I don't mean, like, the state of people who are actually that kind of thing crossing into dating apps. I mean, like, the men on the female side of dating apps. And not even the men that are, like, cross-dressing trying to pretend like they're women. No, just men on the female side of the dating app. Like, bruh. Dating apps are already filled with enough fake women doing all the fucking robots. That we really need you people over here. Right? I know I don't mean that like that. I mean like my people. You know, fully bearded men. sorry. I've taken too many times away from like the best rom-com ever to make my own points about shit that like I do fully support Amane and what he does, as well as people similar to him, as long as they're comfortable with the fact of they are he, but still like dressing as she. That's fine. I'm fully supportive and all that. But like I said, but okay, when she asked the question of needing to be more manly and he's just staring at her chest, that probably doesn't help. So is he gonna ask for assistance from the manliest one there to try and help her out? Because the black-haired one is totally the manliest one of the three of them. Yeah, as I said, he's kind of the most manly one because he looked to not be the most favorable one to have dressed female-like during a Halloween party. The blonde one, yeah, I kind of believe to be the most effeminate of them, honestly. Like, even if he's not like that, I could believe him to be the more effeminate one of the two of them. Him openly asking that of him is crazy, and then the reaction, kind of questionable. Because, like, at the very least, they're best friends, so, like, he's not gonna be weird about it, because he's really good friends with Marin, so, like, he knows that those girls would tear him a fucking new one. Because, like, listen, I'm not going to say that guys that are friends with the girls are untrustworthy, but also guys that are friends with the girls are untrustworthy. Like, I might not have had a girlfriend for 16 years, but I will still stand by that fact that if a guy is a girl's friend without a girlfriend of their own, you never know when there's ulterior motives. And even then, oh, good, she's not happy with this result, however. Yeah, well, unfortunately, yeah, that's just what being manly is sometimes. Well, apparently, whatever slight modifications he said to do, she made work because her friends are already impressed 3 seconds later. Even the guys agreeing on the, even the blonde guys kind of agreeing with the statement of the girl in the middle. Yeah, the black haired guy's kind of obnoxious. And I mean, like, the not Gojo black haired guy, because I'm just now realizing they're both black haired. Oh, good. Really? That's your worry about it? Not for any other reason? You're worried for that reason? Alright. Right. Like, honestly, I do hope that in, like, at least middle school and high school, the, like, judging people based on the content they consume has went down a lot in recent history, considering the number of people that enjoy either A, dumb programming in general, or B, enjoy the world of, like, anime, manga, or even the, like, more realistic nerdy stuff like Star Wars and shit. Like, a lot of that stuff is more accepted now. And, like, while yes, a lot of people watch some dumbass shit like modern day MTV and all that, it's still enjoying the content as you enjoy it. Like, the content on the MTV side and all that kind of realistic brain rot, yeah, that's kind of one of the reasons our society is becoming dumber, but really though, if you're gonna watch brain rot, at least like watch YouTubers, because like YouTubers that deliver brain rot, at least they're funny. Brain rot that's just dramatic regurgitated bullshit, that's not so funny. Yeah, even the other black haired guys like, I watched it. What's the problem? You watched it. We watched it together. Yeah, no, I believe that though. The dog is above him. That's sad. I mean, it makes sense too. Like animals usually should be above certain people, but honestly though, that's a good brag. Like, there's humble brag, and then there's that. That's not really a humble brag. That's a guy I'm friends with did this. Honestly, with the wig, it'll pull it all together though. Oh wait, no, I understand why he went down on the picture instead, because like it's mostly to show off the costume. And now she's embarrassed because of how he did that. Which, understandable, but well, it's not the exact cosplay if you're not wearing the wig yet. Already at the end. Depresso. Oh shit, I really won't. I almost go almost an hour with these though. Like, I guess when I either have a lot to talk about or really enjoy the show, obviously I'm gonna go an hour at least, and that's just what happens, but that's fine. I got like 2 hours to handle Star Rail and 4-ish before anything relevant has to happen, so I have time to record the other thing I gotta record and edit everything together and all that. But as far as wrapping this up goes, number one, I do apologize for me taking a more serious side in a couple of moments here and there, because, I mean, they did mention the Amane things and, the actual topic of the cultural festival, so I feel like I had to share my thoughts and opinions about that, and if you don't, respect them or whatever, I apologize that I brought them up, but listen, I have my own topic, my own opinion about things, and like, while nowadays a lot of that might be controversial, my opinions, I think, are correct. I'm not going to say they're truly correct, but also on the end of, I don't know, raising your kids on MTV in modern day, that's a mistake. That I will stand by, because, like, listen, it started with 16 and pregnant and went downhill from there. So, like, if you raise your kids on that, your kid's probably not intelligent. Or if you were the kid that watched that stuff growing up, I'm sorry. But as far as the actual show goes, I do 100% stick by people like Amane, people that admit who they actually are, but still embrace who they want to be, even if it's simply in cosplay or cross-dressing or whatever. Totally approving of that as long as you admit who you actually are. It's not like Amane was going to take the chance to go into the girls' dressing room just because he's cosplaying as a girl. Unlike a lot of people that do that kind of thing nowadays. I'm going to stop there, though. But we'll get to the actual points of the show of, speaking of cross-dressing in cosplay, Gojo did that suit for Marin wonderfully, and it's all going to come together in the next episode with the wig and the contacts, and it's just all going to be so good because, listen, as a queen, it doesn't matter if you're also dressing up as a king, right? Like, she has this shit on lock. And her future husband also has this shit on lock. The main point I can always bring up from the show is, God damn, I wish I was him. Like, if I have, like, very little skills, I'd work on some shit if it, like, showed me promise to, like, be able to get somewhere with someone like that. Like, I wouldn't do it just for the sake of being a simp. Okay, maybe I would. But, like, maybe I'd come to love it as well, and, like, it'll work out, right? Alright. But I'm also not gonna, like, spend what little is left of my life trying to get good at something I know I will be terrible at. I'll wait for the opportunity to rise to work on something like that, because I'm older than dirt, and, well, still, hopefully that a miracle can happen one day to end up in a similar situation, but for now, we live vicariously through characters like Gojo. And probably primarily Gojo, because I don't really watch many straight romance things right now, do I? Like, obviously, there are things where it gets involved, but none, like, actual of those. Like, a couple of cuckoos I'll get to eventually, because Season 2 dropped, but clearly during this running anime season, that's not going to happen. And we've covered a bunch of different rom-coms that involve, straight relationships, usually Gyarus and all that. But this is still, like, the top, the peak, the tippy top. And, like, sure, I could want to be like the guy from 2.5 Seduction, because, listen, I don't know if y'all saw that show, but a lot of those girls are peak, the teacher included, so, while Marin is still best girl, I'm just saying. But I suppose my final point on the whole envious of Gojo bit would be a little pluggy plug of, if you're in your 20s or 30s and, you have the same kind of attitude as Marin, listen, I'm, like, I have toes dangling over the edge, so, like, any miracle, like, even a small conversation, that'd be great. But back on the actual plot of the show, Gojo's great at what he does, Marin's gorgeous, their friends are super supportive and helpful, and I really do wish I could clock myself and go back half of my life so I could, like, drop back before everything crumbled. Truly. But I can't wait for next week. As always, we'll probably have the white one on that is still dirty there in the back. But hey, we'll either just clean it beforehand or you won't notice. Smile. Uh, but let me know your thoughts on the show, their relationship, and are you envious of anyone? Are you living vicariously through any anime character on a show you're watching? Or are you happy with your life as is and you're one of the lucky ones? Let me know all that in the comments section, as well as about any other shows, movies, etc. I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description, ring both bells like Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, keep updated with things, TikTok, Patreon, get the full animated visual and audio stuff I upload here. Ring both bells. Wait, fuck, I just said that. Go follow Purple Prime for free. And that'll be monthly temporarily. This for the short term. Go follow. I have a green account. It's the same as my gaming account. If you want, you can follow there. If you follow, might encourage me to actually do some streams because it'd probably be related to the anime reviews and such. But I haven't done it yet. But we'll see. Until next time, in the Blaze King with playlist. Let it run through a conversation with stuff within whatever. Check out the video recommended to you by YouTube here. Or if you're watching the smaller version, the bigger version to see what you missed. And now, till next time, it's been the Blaze King with King's Critiques. For now.